So what is TeleClient and what is it used for? This is a unique service where a business owner or executive or even a consumer can book live one-on-one undivided attention of time with a licensed or experienced consultant. You may have questions about things like commercial insurance, or you want to talk to a private investigator or a licensed general contractor. We have experts in the real estate industry or the automotive industry. And many times you can get information about any one of these categories by watching YouTube videos or by reading a website. But if you want a one-on-one consultation where you can ask direct questions, you can get specific information about your case or your situation, this is where you can monopolize the primary attention of a licensed or experienced person in that industry. It may be an option for you if you are having trouble getting through to a company that has somebody to talk to you that's competent. Maybe you're calling up companies and only talking to a salesperson that have a bias towards trying to sell you something. Maybe when you call up a company, you're talking to a clerk or an administrative person that doesn't have the depth of knowledge that you need to ask about. More importantly, you can get most of the information that you would want to gather from watching a YouTube video or by reading a website. However, you can't ask a question to a YouTube video. You can't correspond with a website. This is a way to have the undivided attention one-on-one live by a video to talk to a licensed expert in one of these fields. And this comes up a lot where a person is looking to purchase a product or a service and all they're getting is a sales pitch, or all they're getting is basic clerical information. And you want to have a third party, unbiased, neutral opinion about your situation to tell you what might be possible in your case or what questions to ask of your expert. Having this live consultation can put you in a position where somebody can listen to what you have to say. Many times when you're talking to a consultant who is a salesperson, they may not listen to your entire story. They might be constantly trying to present you with a sales pitch or their product offerings. Having somebody listen entirely to your scenario can give you some valuable feedback that you can't get from a YouTube video. You can't get from reading a website or a brochure, or even, for that matter, from having a salesperson pitch you from that point of view. Now, it may not be worth for every client having to pay money to talk to an expert. You might be able to gather the information you need by a combination of talking to a salesperson to get some basic info, watching a YouTube video to fill in some of the blanks, and reading a website. But this is a way to add some convenience where in a relaxed setting, you can ask direct questions to a licensed expert. You can get very specific information about your scenario from someone who is qualified and not trying to sell you anything. Not for everybody, because some people just don't want to pay money just to talk to somebody in a business, because you could talk to a salesperson for free and watch a website for free. But this is an option that's been requested by a lot of clients who wish to just discuss their case, but they're not able to get a qualified person to break away from actually doing work to be on the phone with them, or to get somebody other than a clerk or a receptionist to be able to talk to them. It gives you the option of being in control of a conversation, of being in control of an expert in a particular field, where it's your time, the session belongs to you. You can ask anything you want, you can tell any story you want, and have the person respond to you about your scenario. Could be an investigation where you want to find out what's available to you as a client of a licensed private investigator. Maybe you are a business owner that wants to understand what goes into a commercial cyber liability policy. Maybe you are a client who wants to hire a general contractor to build an addition, and you want to know what things to look for in a contractor. Maybe you're having trouble finding a professional in a particular field to even respond to you or answer your calls, and you want to know how can you get a quality contractor, insurance agent, attorney to even take your case, because this day and age it's difficult sometimes to get a professional to even respond to your inquiries. The TeleClient live video consultation can be used at your discretion. You can ask whatever questions you want. You can get information about your particular case in a live one-on-one format, and even be provided some follow-up if you want to check in afterwards with some emails. You'll see the categories that are currently offered, which are, like we talked about, insurance. There's also bookkeeping and tax preparation. There is vehicle records and vehicle industry questions. If you have a vehicle purchase, vehicle transfer, vehicle titling, there's experts that can talk to you about that subject. As we said, there's private investigators that can talk to you about your case, insurance agents, general contractors. One of the things that you'll find is that the knowledge that your consultant will have with experience in prior customers and cases can give you some insight into how to approach a potential seller of services that you're looking to deal with. If you want to hire a private investigator, having this preliminary consultation with an investigator that's not trying to sell you anything can give you some insight into what to ask about how an investigation is done. Is it done legally? Are your results usable in court? Do you have the source documents? If you talk to a consultant who is a general contractor, they can tell you how to look up records on contractors to make sure they don't have open liens or mechanics liens, to make sure that they've done work like the project you're contemplating, how to look up permits that your proposed contractor may have done in the past. In the insurance business, you may want to ask your consultant what type of coverages may be available that your agent may not offer you. We've seen many cases where a business is missing some very inexpensive coverage like a commercial umbrella only because they never asked for it and their agent never brought it up. There may also be gaps in coverage that you may not be aware of, and we can review that for you. In the real estate industry, we have experts that can talk to you about real estate title and transfer, real estate transactions, ways to locate properties which might not be on the open market, and have questions about how to enter into a contract. Remember, we're not attorneys. We can't give you legal advice, but we can give you specific professional insights to the particular business area that is of interest to you. In addition, the experience with other clients with prior cases can be a model for how you approach your situation with the end user provider that you end up going with for an investigation. Maybe your consultation is a second opinion. Maybe you're already involved with a building project and you want to know if your builder is using best practices for your job site, for preparing materials, for your contracts. So if you do have questions about what might be possible with a TeleClient consultation call, you can send us an email through the website and we can give you some insight into what might be possible. You can book an appointment at any time through the website link to schedule an appointment. You'll be given a video link and you can appear by video, or you can turn off your camera and just have the consultant talk to you through their office camera and ask whatever questions you want. You can make some notes and we'll provide a recap after the call of an outline of what was discussed and suggestions about what might be valuable for your case.